All right, folks, happy Thursday. Today is March 13th, 2025. My guest today is Mr. Darren White with the Greene County Emergency Management Office. You are one of the deputy director for them, sharing it with Springfield. Darren, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. I told you we had a little fun fact, right?
Correct.
And you were here since 1991.
Yes.
You said back in July. This fact is from March 12th, 2006, yesterday. See if you remember it. It was the longest distance a person had been thrown by a tornado and survived.
I did not know that.
Okay. Do you know where that happened by chance?
No, I don't.
Right here, Fordland, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
March 12th,
Okay.
2006. A guy named Matt Suter. It was an EF2, picked up by the winds, thrown a quarter mile into a grassy field, walked away right there in Fordland, Missouri.
Wow.
So,
I feel like I should say thank you, Cliff.
yeah, right.
Okay. Sorry.
And did you also know? No. Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for being here today. There's a little fun fact to kick off things. Another fun thing, lunar eclipse tonight. You going to be watching that at all?
Probably, yeah. We may step outside and look at that for a few minutes.
A few minutes, yep. Now it's late, 1:30
Yeah.
in the morning.
Well, I'll step outside by myself probably.
yeah, set an alarm, get it ready. All right, well, so Darren, I guess the main reason why you're here is I wanted to ask you a little bit about the Weather Service and also what you guys are going to be looking at going into Friday. Kind of a busy day, a mix of wildfire danger and storm risks off to the farther east. And so we'll touch on both of those things. But first of all, of course, in the headlines, we've got NOAA and Department of Commerce as their kind of umbrella agency talking about layoffs. But before we get into that, just want to ask you about how you guys as emergency managers in Greene County and Springfield use the Weather Service, what you find helpful, what you like about them. You guys were saying earlier you use quite a few of their products, and it is pretty helpful for you guys.
Yes, we do. Almost on a daily basis, we're looking at something that they have published, that one of their products that they've put out with certain information, whatever it may be for the day. But yeah, pretty much a daily basis we use their products.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see here we have the wind advisories and everything, and you're saying you can go in here. I think this is what you meant, correct? One of these things. Click on here. Well, no, maybe not. Anyway, we can see Friday we got some weather coming up, though.
Yeah, sometimes they'll put out a graphic that's a timeline, different cities in the area with the times across the top. It's usually in the DSS packet, which is up there in the top right corner. Yeah. But I really like their timeline. That's what people want to know, right? When is the weather, whatever it is, when is it going to be at my house? When's it going to be in my area? So I like using their timeline on the hazard report that we put together for the day and send out.
Yeah, it's helpful. And you can see, I mean, these are a lot of products they put out there. They're very, in tune with weather happening, and we look at what they're doing and kind of use it as a guidance for what we put out as our own forecasts. And it's just another great resource for you. And like I said, you use these products quite a bit. I mean, we're looking at wind for Friday,
right.
Storm risk on Friday, some wildfire coming. One of the many products they put out. And, just kind of real quick, Darren, with these layoffs we're hearing about, nobody really knows what the impact's going to be. This last round of layoffs at Weather Service in Springfield, nobody was impacted. We didn't have any layoffs here locally. But another 1,000 employees are, up on the chopping block as we go into this next round of NOAA layoffs. I mean, you like working with them. You find them helpful. What can you say kind of about what you've seen from the Weather Service here locally?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen with them.
No.
With that, I don't know what their level of full staffing is considered to be at the Springfield office. So I don't know how many employees they have total. But what I do know is I'm pretty confident with whatever their staffing is, whether it be 20, whether it be 10, whether it be 2. Excuse me, I'm pretty confident that they will continue to provide us with good products that contains accurate information so that then we can use that to notify the public, just like you do, or anybody else. And it really becomes important for us because we are the ones that activate the outdoor storm sirens. So we definitely want good, accurate information to do that when that time comes. I am confident that no matter what their staffing level is, that we'll continue to get that information that we need in a timely manner. So I'm not employed by them, so I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm not sure anybody does, but I don't know if this sounds right or wrong, but I'm not too worried about it myself, to be honest.
For sure.
I think they'll continue to do the work they've always done.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. It's a very dedicated group of people out there who are, they've got the passion. They're passionate about the weather and keeping people safe, and good group of folks over there. And you guys use them quite a bit. You'll be using them for tomorrow a little bit, I imagine. You were showing me earlier.
Absolutely.
The own packet that you guys put out in the Springfield-Greene County Emergency Management Office.
Yep.
So, like you said, too, you just don't really know what the outcome's going to be, but something we can count on is they'll get the job done. They will do their best to do what they can.
Right. And one thing that's amazed me with their staff, I call them and will ask them questions. They talk to me in a way about the weather that I can understand, not the big scientific terms of meteorology and all that, because I'm not a meteorologist. So I guess they dumb it down. They simplify it for me, and I appreciate that. But anytime I call over, if it's someone new or someone different that I haven't talked to before, they're always polite, courteous, provide me the information that I'm looking for. So that's why I think no matter what their staffing level is now, granted, we don't want to see anyone lose a job or anything like that, but no matter what their staffing level is, we'll continue to get good information and in accurate timing.
Right. Yeah, very well said. Like I said, we just have to, time will tell on a matter like this, just what happens. But you're right. You have a very professional, personal group of people over there that work at the Springfield office. Do you guys, I guess being in Springfield, you guys probably only deal with the Springfield weather office.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, more layoffs on the way. We'll see what happens, but dedicated group of people. We'll see how that turns out. All right, so Darren, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Friday, okay? We've got some, again, storms coming. That's one of the hazards. We've also got the risk coming for wildfires. Now, I would lean towards more the wildfire danger here in Greene County and Springfield. But, we could see a storm pop off, too, as the day goes on for the afternoon. So just kind of give us your kind of overview. What are you guys looking at for tomorrow at the emergency management level? What are you guys preparing for? How are you looking at this and putting people in play where they need to be, what they need to do? How does that look?
Well, obviously, we're seeing the same things you are. So, yes, we're paying attention to those issues of the fire hazard, severe weather hazard. With fire, what we look for is the conditions of humidity, wind speed, and direction. Is the wind speed higher than 15 miles an hour? If so, we recommend don't burn outside. Humidity, excuse me. Obviously, if it's lower humidity, that improves the conditions for wildfires outside. Everything's drier, the air is even drier. So those are the things we look for, and that's when we'll recommend, that's when we advise. We are not ones to issue red flag warnings, but that's when we'll advise of no outside burning. And then, of course, the severe weather, standard stuff. We live in Southwest Missouri, right? We all know what to look for. We all know how to react, at least I hope, if severe weather comes to the area. Take cover, take shelter, whatever it is. One of the things I like to always throw out during discussion of severe weather is the sirens that we have here in Greene County are outdoor storm sirens. They are meant to alert people who are outside.
Right.
So if you're inside, you may not hear them. That's okay. Well, you may need some other way of being notified. But don't rely on the storm sirens to notify you if you're inside a building, whether it be at home, at work, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
weather radio, have your favorite weather app, whatever you choose, just make sure it's one that's accurate, that you can trust. So have that with you. If you're outside and hear the storm sirens, obviously that's us telling you, get inside, take shelter somewhere. So those are the things we look at. One thing with fire weather, this kind of gets close to my heart here because of my previous career before I retired.
Right. You were a firefighter before this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Think about when you go outside to light the pile of leaves or the barrel of trash, whatever you're doing, think about the men and women that may be responding to your location if it gets out of hand. I've seen something get out of hand. A guy was burning leaves. He literally turned around, grabbed a bottle of water off his porch to get a drink, turned back around, and it was out of his control.
It doesn't take long, does it?
It doesn't take anything but a split second. So think about those men and women. They're putting themselves at risk when they come out to help you on a day that you shouldn't have been burning to begin with. So it goes pretty deep for me in regards to that.
Sure.
But yeah, consider the wind, the humidity, all that stuff when it comes to Friday, any day as far as that goes, and be safe.
Yeah, okay, good advice there. And any advice, too, if someone sees a fire, I mean, call the fire department. I mean, is there a way they can tell if they think it's a prescribed burn, but they're just not sure? I mean, what should people just remember to do in those cases?
Yeah, always call 911. If you see something that's not normal, that's out of place, so to speak, call 911. If it's a prescribed burn, more than likely they'll know about it.
Right.
And they'll let you know, hey, that's prescribed burn, it's okay. Maybe they don't know about it. So then in that case, obviously, we want to check into it further as far as sending the fire department out or whatever's needed. So if in doubt, call 911.
Right. Okay, so then, Darren, looking at a day like today, today wouldn't be a bad day, really, to do any kind of burning. A little dry, yes, but not too terribly dry. The wind, maybe 10 miles an hour. Warm, so maybe not ideal for any kind of burning. But let's say someone gets a hair idea to go and just do a little pasture burning. They've got a big clear spot, and it'll be done by later today. Well, then looking into tomorrow, I mean, what's the concern there that you've got this real windy, no burning day for tomorrow coming. You decide to do burning today. Any risk that could restart and catch some? I don't know. It's just kind of off the cuff here, but
yeah. Well,
advice on that topic?
Like I said, with my previous career, I'd always like saying that there is no such thing as a fire reigniting. The fire wasn't put out properly the first time.
Still smoldering a little bit.
Still smoldering.
Right.
There's still a spark somewhere. So think about a field, and with all that thick grass, some of that undergrowth that there may be, it may take a while for that fire to completely go out. As far as a spark being hidden somewhere that you don't see, good rule of thumb: if there's smoke, there's probably fire.
Right.
So if you do see smoke, that means there's still something burning. But yeah, just consider that too, and take into consideration that if you burn today, it may leak over into tomorrow, so to speak, and then conditions have changed a lot and not be near as good. So.
All right, so good advice there. Yeah, watch out for fire tomorrow. Don't be burning. Be responsible if you are going to be doing anything, which, of course, neither of us is advising. No flames, no sparks, nothing. Hang on to the cigarette butts, too, for tomorrow.
Yes.
No doubt about that. Well, Darren, anything else you'd like to touch on here? We've talked about weather going into tomorrow, talked about how you guys use the weather service products and how helpful they are to what you all do. We've also talked about the fun fact of the day right here in Fordland, Missouri.
Yeah.
Farthest thrown person by a tornado to live and walk away and tell the story. Anything else you have? Final thoughts about fire, severe weather, weather service, anything else?
I don't know. I almost think you should have had that guy from Fordland on instead of me today. But
yeah, right.
No, I appreciate the time that you've given me and had me come over and enjoyed it. So thank you for that. And we look forward to continuing to do what we can to notify the public when things like this come up.
Absolutely. A good time to stay weather aware going into your Friday. Well, Darren, thanks for being here so much. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And, well, wrap us up here today.
Okay, thank you.